Dana White says Holly Holm's team ruined her life by rejecting Ronda Rousey rematch offer worth millions. Holly Holm's shocking knockout of Ronda Rousey at UFC 193 in November 2015 remains one of the most iconic moments in mixed martial arts history. The head kick that floored Rousey not only crowned Holm as the new bantamweight champion but also ended the reign of one of the UFC's biggest global superstars. But according to UFC CEO Dana White, Holm's team made a career-altering mistake in the aftermath of that monumental victory, one that he claims cost her life-changing money and derailed her trajectory in the sport. Speaking recently on the Jim Rome show, White revealed that the UFC immediately tried to secure a rematch between Holm and Rousey. The rematch, he said, would have delivered Holm a massive payday, far beyond anything she had previously earned in her career. But instead of seizing the opportunity, her management team turned it down. These are the same guys that had Holly Holm and, in my opinion, ruined her life, White said. She had the opportunity to rematch Ronda Rousey for unbelievable money. They turned it down and chose to fight Miesha Tate for the same amount she was already making. Quote, at the time, Rousey was still the UFC's most bankable star. Her devastating loss to Holm had shocked the sports world, and a rematch promised to be one of the biggest pay-per-view events in UFC history. White said the promotion was eager to strike while the spotlight was still on Holm, but her team resisted. Instead, Holm defended her title against Miesha Tate at UFC 196 in March 2016. White recalled warning Holm's team about the risks, predicting that Tate's grappling would be too much for her to handle. I told them in that meeting, ask my matchmakers, ask Lorenzo Fertitta, I said, she's going to lose by choke. Miesha is going to choke her out. And that's exactly what happened, White said. Holm indeed lost her title in heartbreaking fashion, succumbing to a rear-naked choke in the 5th round. The decision to bypass the Rousey rematch, White argued, not only cost Holm financially but also cost her the chance to solidify her legacy with a second win over the sport's most famous fighter. Holm continued to compete at a high level, even earning multiple future title shots, but she was never able to reclaim UFC gold. By early 2025, she requested her release from the UFC and soon returned to professional boxing under Jake Paul's Most Valuable Promotions banner. Rousey's path after the loss to Holm was also turbulent. She took over a year off before returning at UFC 207 in December 2016, where she was dismantled in the first round by Amanda Nunes. That defeat marked the end of her UFC career. Despite the magnitude of their first fight, Holm and Rousey never crossed paths in the octagon again, a fact Dana White believes will forever stand as one of MMA's great what-if scenarios. That was life-changing money. It would have changed her career, it would have changed her life. But they didn't want it, White said bluntly. Holm's knockout win over Rousey will always be remembered as a legendary upset. But in Dana White's eyes, the decision to reject the rematch was a missed opportunity that altered the course of Holm's career forever. Would you like me to rewrite this again in a storytelling style, like a sports documentary script, or keep it more like a traditional news report?